Rugby returns to the communities. It is the 2014 and 2016 Gold Cup champions and the home team, Newrak Impala, taking on Pretoria's Centurion. It is an absolutely perfect day for rugby in Impala Park. The crowds have come out. You see the gents even got the hubbly bubbly. It is stunning, and there are families moving in, youngsters, older ones, and such a good mood. The DJ Johan has been playing treffers, echoing through the stadium, and really this is why we love community rugby. A large amount of the crowd are here for this match, and they will be seeing two more SuperSport Challenge matches afterwards. Centurion, the travelling side, well, they've got two big centres, particularly Dion Ackerman. Have a look out for him. Jacques Olivier, the number 9 captain, really a good player, and a useful loose forward pack, Jacobs, Kormers and Bakker. Then the home side, Newrak Impala. So Andre Hubler is a talented player, and the wings, interesting mix. Machediana, 37 years old, a former Blitzbook, and the loose forwards, Willemse and Heisa, and Tiarnel, number 5, he's the captain, Mr. T. You can expect to see him leading by example. And 17, the reserve, Ivan Espag. He was playing for Impala last year and is a very handy player as well, and a very strong man. Ndoda, short, squat, strong player. I'm joined in the commentator's booth today by a legend, a man not only well known for his rugby exploits, but just generally as a human being. He's done it all, and today I'm lucky enough to have him in the booth with me. Wim Visser, how wonderful is the vibe in Rustenburg today?
Oh, it's fantastic stuff. Welcome all. Thank you, Anton. The SuperSport Rugby Challenge, this is what it's about. It connects communities with the local rugby heroes. And what a place. We're in Rustenburg, the Impala Rugby Club, and I can tell you one thing, the weather is perfect, conditions are perfect. And we should expect Newpak Impala, Centurion, a running game, lots of action, lots of tries, lots of collisions, and that's what you love about it. And if you look at the public, they've come out here, it's early in the morning, and if you're anywhere in the area, come down and join us, because this is what it's about. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Let's have some fun.
And indeed, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching out. Tian Nal, the man I mentioned earlier, the captain, 32 years old, 2 meters tall, and 118 kilograms. So Impala have won 2 and lost to QBR. Interestingly, Centurion, who have lost 2 and won 1, so only win has been against QBR. So it always makes things a bit interesting. Yuri Buerta is going to be officiating today, and it is going to be, I think, a great game, and I anticipate high-scoring matches. Both these teams coming into it have had a lot of high-scoring encounters. So Centurion playing from left to right in orange, and the match is begun. Taken by the captain, Tian Nel. He's quickly sent Bride. Oh, physicality and speed off the bat.
No.
Two very good teams that we are watching today.
Sorry.
Visser. We were saying amongst our colleagues earlier, this is an elevation in terms of Gold Cup qualifiers of the skill. Good chase, but good take from the big man.
You got
Stolen. Centurion. 35 meters out. Olivier. You can hear the thud of collision. Olivier sends it blind to the 8th man, Jacobs. Now running, pushing towards the line.
Back.
Tell you, Cecil Demont, the fly-off came up quickly, and then the break, and Kuna 5 meters out. Frenetic play, sent blind. Does he have it in him? Oh, stopped a foot out. Over the top. And that's going to be a try. I think it was Etienne Matthijs. What a start. Firecrackers 1 minute in.
Well, the preliminaries are over. Immediately straight into this fixture comes Centurion, and they come out guns blazing, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered, and it definitely does look like it is Etienne Matthijs who does the stretch out over the ruck, the pick and drive, puts his head down, shows his strength.
Gabriel Smith, he is a soldier in the SANDF. There's also another soldier, Devin Grootboom, and Curtly Brinkhurst, the two wings. Got a lot of experience, this man. Military World Cup in the UK in 2015. Played Blue Ball Amateurs for 3 years, and now, using that experience, he sends a high conversion. That's on the mark. Good kick.
Well, the Centurion coach, Rian Brandt, this is a fantastic camera angle. Good control by Matthijs. Shows his strength, gets it down.
So the restart. Oh, palm back by Tianel. Trevor Visser had to go in to get that ball, so you have to wait for someone to take over scrum off duties. Contact taken in the centre field. They've got advantage. Visser. Dumont fires it out. And well taken by JP Duplessis. Going to get called back.
Number 10 offside.
Well, the referee, Mr. Yori Buerta, was playing advantage. And he does give instruction. Gabriel Smith, the fly half from Centurion, was offsides, not behind the last man's feet. The defensive line trying to add extra pressure and line speed and jumping the gun. So it's immediately Impala who have opted to go for posts and add the 3 if possible. But we've said it, Centurion, mean business.
Just the start where any rugby fan would have wanted. Perhaps the home side a bit less so. And the kick on centre. High restart. Taken well thus far. Impala good. Under the high ball, and you see the captain now always involved. Scrum, however.
Oh, it's well defended by Etienne Matthijs. The man that scored the try, immediately getting his hands onto ball and causing chaos at that maul and breakdown and winning the turnover for his side. So it will be a scrum and a feed for Centurion.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Stand.
So that's a penalty.
Number 1, elbow up please, going down.
Vim, what happened there?
Well, it's an immediate scrum penalty first up. And that's what you call a micro battle, one up front by Centurion.
Number 1.
It's the loose head prop from the Newrak Impala side, Andre Engelbrecht, who goes straight to ground. There you can see clearly not supporting his own body weight, going straight to ground, a definite penalty.
So he's going to get a chance to get even more points. Smithy comes from Great Brak Rivier, which is sort of in the George area. He actually won the Currie Cup under 19 First Division with Southwestern District. Now, it'll be big for Centurion if they can have a 10-point lead less than 10 minutes into this match. Absolutely no wind to speak of. It's another high kick, and he's got it.
Oh, it's a lovely strike from Gabriel Smith, as you mentioned, Anton. He's a product of Great Brak River Secondary School. He did a stint for TUT in the Varsity Shield.
Cecil Dumont restarts. Oh, that expertly taken. Gilbert Chalmers.
Your own player, own player.
Sent blind.
Well, this is what you call bankable rugby. You've just scored points, and a fantastic take from Gilbert Chalmers. The support was good. Lovely stuff from Centurion. And they take it out wide. Fight inside. Cleans up the problem, does Jacques Olivier. But the referee was playing advantage, and it will be a scrum advantage for Centurion. Anton, they've come out guns blazing.
Guns blazing indeed. You can see there, yeah, that's just the infringement, or the error. But Vim, you mentioned Centurion winning the first battle in the set piece scrum, and particularly a club rugby, or I suppose anyway, but you can sometimes have a big difference in the set pieces, and Impala, massive moment for them. Although they're not scrumming forward well, they respond well. Big push from them. Earn themselves a penalty. Just when they needed to.
Well, that picture tells a story of 1,000 words. Look at the moral battle that the Impala side have won against their opposition. They conceded a scrum penalty at the first scrum. The second scrum, they basically push them off the ball, show their pack dominance, and I can tell you one thing, there's a lot of V8 horsepower in the chassis up front of the Impala side. Perfect timing. As that ball came in, the pressure came on. They win the penalty.
So now on to the next set piece. Line out. Isaac Dietlefs, even taller, 2.06 meters. Works out well for them, running onto it nicely. It was Joe Engelbrecht. Fired out Dumont. Cuts out a few players. Grobler steps one. Did well now. Shot out. Oh, he's bounced him. Henro Heiser. Made it look easy.
Well, it starts off with the vision from Dumont with the pass out wide. And Heiser is a big man at 122 kilograms. If you don't hit him hard and low, he will like he did just there, run over you and score tries all day long.
Guys, I think Qualifier is the number 9 for Centurion. So just check that graphic.
This number 9 is Trevor Fisser, guys.
So Trevor Fisser, we call him Tuki. And 2 meters off, Tuki.
Well, Impala wanted a response. Their coaching staff in the form of Nicola Roux definitely wanted a response after conceding an early try, and they did it to perfect fashion. The build-up was good. Hesa gets the score.
And oh, brilliantly taken. Curtly Brinkhuis. Now, Kuna. Jacobs. Yeah, good work at the breakdown from Impala. Mr. T dishing out high fives.
This is a lovely kick chase from the left winger. Curtly Brinkhuis takes the ball off the kickoff, but at the breakdown once again, outstanding work from the Impala side, and immediately winning the penalty for his side as the loose head prop, Andre Newrak. Good take, but unfortunately for the Impala side, that line out was not thrown in straight. Clearly on the outside shoulder. That ball has to come down straight down the middle. So Centurion, third scrum feed. First scrum they won a penalty. Second scrum they got pushed off the ball and conceded a penalty. This is a big scrum.
So, how will this battle go? Oh.
Well,
this is where it all starts. It starts up front in that physical battle between the two pack of 8. Is it going to be a long day in the office for Centurion, because it is Impala that are showing their pack dominance at the moment?
Bind. Set. Consult.
How is that? Centurion nonetheless survive. Through the hands, coming onto it at pace. And Duplessis maybe just a bit forward. A good work from his wing.
Or was that forward? This picture will tell the story. It's a lovely offload in the tackle. Sure, touch and go. But the referee is better positioned than us, and he made the call.
Dan kan ik een reward Cappy voor hem te gaan. Dus het is leuk gescrammen. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Trevor Fisser feeds. Centurion scrum a bit more sturdy this time. Dumont. Important tackle on McDonald Duma.
No, they won't move
Big
back.
man now getting involved. Oh, Kuna was up there quickly, but Endo Hesa, the try scorer, still going forward. Demand. Oh, how are those hands?
No, you must it.
Tian Null, accountant. And over the top of everyone. Chechana, just not tall enough. Needed about an extra meter.
Oh, it's Tian Nel from the Impala side, the big lock forward. showing silky touches in front of heavy traffic. Take a look at that little pop pass. He's a big man at 2 meters, 118 kilograms. And as you say, his profession, he is an accountant, and he's getting his numbers all right, Anton.
Taken by Straw. Qualifier. Smith.
Right, tackle, play the advantage.
So now dangerous position for Centurion. Qualifier.
High tackle, guys, keep it. Number 6, blue. High tackle. 6 blue.
Oh, penalty is they're going to go for the uprights, and
Cappy.
you know, Vim, you mentioned
Tackle for me.
that Tian Nel was an accountant. I think one of the things that makes me love club rugby so much is that these are all working men. A lot of them engineers, a lot of them for Centurion working as soldiers, and yet they find the time. They are playing for nothing else other than pure rugby passion.
Oh, you hit that right on the head, Anton. These are rugby players of the working class hero. These are guys that work all day. Let's take a look at this opportunity from the fly half, Gabriel Smith. And I'll get back to your question.
Sure thing. So hasn't missed one today. Can he make it a hat-trick? And I'm thinking it would even be assisted by kicking so high, because you can't always see where the uprights were. But Vim, back to you.
Well, Smith keeps the scoreboard ticking over for Centurion, but as I mentioned, they work all day, get to the rugby field at 5, do their training sessions, and the skill set of the players out there is exceptional at the moment. You got to take your hat off to these guys. It's all about the love of the game. It's about a brotherhood that you form at a club. Your brothers have your back.
And it comes out of the hands of Straw, and it's taken by Maverick van der Merwe.
Advantage over.
Silky hands again from the forwards, and now Engelbrecht into space. And the loose forwards from Impala proving very strong runners. Hands, now Willemse, Dumont, Grobler, lets it out, Machetiana.
Release.
Machetiana from Indanseni. He's a former Blitzbook, 37 years old, timeless. Dietlefs. Visser. Dumont skips out the man. Skips out everybody.
Dumont opting to fire it out wide, and sometimes let the ball do the work. Draw and pass. And unfortunately, not finding hands in that occasion.
As Wim Visser said, imagine, Rustenburg is a predominantly mining-based economy. Imagine you've been working on the mines all day, then you've got to find the motivation to go to rugby practice. Sometimes it's quite bitterly cold. It really is remarkable, and I think the passion and the love of rugby comes through. As now Impala, big man Bruce Miller, 122 kilograms, is taken down by Jacques Olivier, the scrum half. Spread out inside ball, Tian Nel. Oh, the defense, superb. Stop the big man. They've got advantage, going to dot over the top, and that's going to be a try.
Penalty, not rolling.
Well, I'm confused by that.
Well, the only reason I can see why Yori Buerta, the referee, did not award the try to the scrum half Trevor Visser is because he knocked it maybe on as he did the pick and go. Yeah, or it's obstruction. There is a play in front of him that he used as an obstructive force, and therefore there was a penalty advantage, Anton, and they have been dominating the scrums, have Impala. Left and right options available. Play to the wheel.
Well, good eyes from you, Wim, and good officiating from Yuri Buerta. Now, taken off the back by the 8-man inside line. Matsijana. It was actually McDonald Duma. Now Matsijana. Strong man. Guns over. That's going to be a try. Played Shark Super Rugby as well in his career. He's got it all.
Dumisani Matsijana had so much work still to do. But I can tell you one thing, he showed his strength. And at 37 years of age, he's 103 kilograms. Not much space available. He backs himself. He runs over the flanker, Gilbert Chalmers. And that was picture perfect.
We saw Tachana warming up, and he is in physically peak condition. Incredibly large upper body. And you saw that because the defenders couldn't take him down. So Trevor Visser went to school, Rustenburg. He's an accountant clerk. It's a tricky kick for him. And just curls it past the uprights.
There was so much work to do. There wasn't space. The numbers were covered as far as the defensive line is concerned, but he wiggles his way out of that. Outstanding play.
Oh! Bruce Muller. As we mentioned earlier, 122, that's big for a hooker. Silky hands! This time,
No, 6 out.
hands on the grass.
Number 3. From the side. No. Number 3 checking out the play without the ball from the side.
Well, that is the 4th penalty that Centurion have conceded. And at the moment, it's Impala dominating the possession, 51%. Centurion, on the other hand, territory in their favour of 54%. That's good hands. I can tell you one thing. Shani Willemse has been prominent in every attacking platform that the Impala side have had. His hands are good, he offloads in the tackle, he keeps that ball alive.
I think all their loose forwards are really causing headaches. So this to take Impala into the lead. Oh, he's got the legs and the direction. Boom! Look at the smile on him, 50 meters out. Easy. The restart goes straight to Nell. Visser feeds to the blind. Heiser. Oh, the hands of Impala are remarkable. Visser, Dumont, McDonald, Van der Merwe.
It's a little bit lateral from Impala, but that last pass to Andre Grobela not going to hand. It's those occasions that you need to fine-tune, get your handling right. It is a turnover conceded, number 2 from the Impala side.
And an important kick that was made by Trevor Visser. One always has to consider the effects on mood and the mentality of the team going into the half-time break with the lead. It's all part of battles. Another micro battle being played out now. And Centurion, they're surviving. Oh, excellent pass from Smith. Now moving quickly. Let out. Grootboom. Qualifier.
Dangerously now. Number 13. 13 orange. Dangerously now.
Christian Berger. A bit over exuberant.
13. Dangerously now. Shoulder.
That is an area that is letting Centurion down. That is penalty number 5 they've conceded, and what it's doing is it's giving Impala the opportunity to be in the right areas of the field, and B, it's keeping that scoreboard ticking over, and that is why the penalty occurred. A dangerous clean out from Christian Berger, the centre, product of Centurion High. He's a big man at 94 kilograms. Played for the Bulls Amateurs in 2015.
So a short line out, and I would wager that we're going to see some of those big loose forwards running onto it. And I was wrong. Demont now gives it to the flank. Haser, who fires it out to Maverick van der Merwe. Van der Merwe fends off the first man. The second, he just couldn't do it. Kindly, Christian Berger presents him with his shoe.
Well, it's a bounce pass, as Gobani Bobo likes to call it. He uses that right arm as the handoff, but eventually this touchline wins the battle.
You know, that little moment where Berger gave the shoe, I think it just shows the vibe of these guys. I was in a lift with the Centurion players last night, and they were such a jovial bunch of good men. Now tap back, and when I spoke to the Impala players today as well, just very courteous, fine men on both sides, battling it out for a Gold Cup place this year. Strength in the tackle, and the pick and go. Man cut out. Berger shoots it out. Just that last pass doesn't work out.
It's not only a Gold Cup qualifier, this is also part of the Carlton League. Which in history is one of the most prominent leagues in our country. It's hard, it's fast, it's furious.
And Centurion 5th on the log, and Impala 3rd. And 2 years ago on this field, Impala won the Gold Cup.
Well, it's the tight head prop for Centurion, who has a problem. He's there to anchor their scrum. Christo Besaidenout, he went to Centurion High. He's 123 kilograms. He's played for the Lions under 19 in 2014. He did a stint in Bucharest. In 2017 for Romaniac Rugby Club.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Lucky Visser. Match it. Shana.
Tackle her out. You're fine, tackle him off roll.
So handy having that strong man.
this has been a problem for the Centurion side, and that is the penalties conceded. That is number 6 of this first half. And Anton, will that come back and haunt them? But as you mentioned, it's always fantastic to have a man of power in the form of Matjeshana. If you remember, that scrum took place on the halfway line. Take a look there. He's on the 10-meter line, over the advantage line, sets the target. What does that mean? The cleaners who are going to maintain your possession at that ruck are running forward, cleaning easy. Centurion are backtracking, not rolling away at the breakdown point. Penalty conceded.
So this is a big lineup, not contested by Centurion. Nell takes it down, the maul set up. Lots of options. Peels round. Defense holds strong for now. Visser and Weeveling in. McDonald, the big man, running onto it. Oh, strong defense on him. McDonald's 100 kilograms. Now, Demond steps inside, lets it out. Jacques Rousseau finishes it off.
Well, I like to call this a 3P effect: patience, persistence, and ruthless execution. And that is what Impala does well. The build-up was too good. What they did well is how they maintained possession, ball recycling. Dumont slips inside, finds the space out wide. What Rousseau does well is he hugs that far touchline, keeps his depth, and he makes it look easy.
Interestingly, Trevor Visser says his favourite rugby memory is Hoërskool Rustenburg versus Vanderboom 2014. Shows the importance of schoolboy rugby. Now, many years later, he has the chance to kick Impala to winning the Colton Cup, and he does a good job. The lead now stretches to 10. Centurion have work to do.
Dumont slips inside of the defense, finds the man out wide. Rousseau makes it look easy, but what he did well was he kept his width, he hugs that far touchline, and he keeps his depth. Restart from Centurion, well taken, two-handed off the kickoff.
Now always so good under the high ball. Heiser, great ball runner for Impala today. So you see there, Christopher Zadenhout helping up now. Really is good to see the spread between these teams.
Also rare turnover conceded by the Impala side. It's the second of this fixture in the first half. Both sides defensively have made 30 tackles apiece. Impala have missed 10. Centurion 9.
Another big scrum. What a result for Impala. You can just imagine Centurion guys now, every time they make an error, they're going to be thinking, or even every time the opposition makes an error, this is really troublesome for them.
Well, if you look at that picture, you can see a pack of 8 that are absolutely pumped up. And we spoke about micro battles. That is not a micro battle one. That is an outstanding scrum effort, collective effort by the pack of 8. Just take a look at this. Total control. That is all about timing. It's almost like a Bajeda type of technique up front.
What's it, Bubs? Should I announce you guys the A team is your A team?
So 2 locks over 2 meters to choose from. They opt to null. Visser. Duma. Jacobs couldn't bring him down. I said Duma is 100 kilograms. He's also 175, so really low center of gravity, but the penalty now forced for Centurion.
You mentioned it, Anton, when you have tall timber, both in the 2-meter area of height, it becomes an embarrassment of choice and very difficult for the opposition to defend in the defensive line-out structure. Tackle is made. Outstanding work at the breakdown from the scrum half. Sorry, the number 8 of Centurion, Cornell Jacobs.
Eugene Kuna of Mossel Bay feeds it in, comes off a hand, it's worked out nicely. Bakker. Qualifier marshalling the troops, gives it to the 8 who palms it off, kind of works out. But Andre Grobler sees it upon it. Now, what can Impala do? Bit of space for Maverick van der Merwe. Vissa. I think he knocked it on.
More possession conceded at the breakdown from Impala. It's a good carry from the right winger, Maverick van der Merwe. There is the fingertip knock-on, which concedes possession. But if you're Centurion, Anton, would you want to go down at the scrum, considering the fact how dominant Impala have been at this phase?
I mean, this is what rugby is all about. A massive battle for these 8 men, particularly the engine room.
That Newrak Impala side, their tight 5. Conrad van Staden, 112 kilograms. Bruce Miller, their hooker, 122. Andre Engelbrecht, their loose head, 108. And then their 2 lock forwards, 119 and 118 kilograms. That is massive.
Qualifier, Smith. Oh! Duma saying, how's it? But it may have been a bit high. Ackerman. Qualifier, Chalmers. Touch does walking in. Let's see what they.
The penalty is for a hard tackle, but I can tell you one thing, Anton, Impala, it's aggressive defense, it's in your face defense, and their line speed has been exceptional. Sure, a little bit high, but he did slip into the tackle. Outstanding presence demonstrated by McDonald Duma. He's a big centre at 102 kilograms. That bus door was definitely closed.
Well, yeah, I think in Duma's defense, he's only 175 centimeters tall, so the player would have had to have slipped a little bit. He almost would struggle to do a high tackle otherwise, but still his responsibility to protect above the shoulders of the opponent. Vim and I had the pleasure a year ago, almost to the day, of commentating Impala versus QBR on this field. At that day, Impala won 37 points to 35, and it was our first, or certainly my first time into a wonderful rugby community. Because Rustenburg's a fairly small town, it means that the rugby club is a really good focal point, and a great vibe, and really the community feel that SuperSport Challenge is all about. And it continues. Next up, 2 unbeaten sides. The Griquas taking on Free State. That is going to be a cracker. Stay tuned for that. And thereafter, the home team, the Leopards, taking on the Sharks. It is all happening in Newrak Impala Stadium today.
That's if you can't come down to the Impala Rugby Cup here in Rustenburg. Follow us on your World of Champions, because the action is here. But this is what it's all about Sunday. On a Sunday, families, friends, smiles. It's Mother's Day. At the moment it's Impala up against Centurion, rugby of the working class hero. And this man has been seamless from the kicking tee. Gabriel Smith with a vital penalty for his side.
There's a minute left of this first half. Take it within 7, and he does it. And that is half time. An action-packed first 40 minutes. That man, Tian, now the captain, has led by example. Physicality and skills from the captain. Centurion came out firing. But Impala coming back, and at half time, Impala leads Centurion 23 points to 16.